Open your eyes. Look around you. What do you see? Perhaps you see a world on the brink, a world of conflict, a world of suffering. The headlines scream of war and division. The planet groans under the weight of our mistakes. People are lost and searching. We are bombarded with images of pain and suffering. Every day, the news cycles spin tales of heartbreak and despair. It can feel overwhelming, like a tidal wave of negativity threatening to pull us under. It's easy to feel helpless, to give in to the fear and uncertainty. Throughout history, amidst the darkest nights, beacons of hope have emerged. Wise souls, touched by the divine, have walked among us, offering guidance and illuminating the path toward a brighter future. Their message is timeless, echoing through the ages, carrying a universal truth. Even in the face of adversity, hope endures. Within each of us lies the potential for greatness, for love, for a connection to something far greater than ourselves. These individuals, these luminous beings, remind us that we are not alone. They offer a hand to guide us through the darkness, to help us navigate the challenges of our time. Their teachings, passed down through generations, hold the key to unlocking our true potential and finding lasting peace. The world today is yearning for this awakening. We are at a crossroads, facing unprecedented challenges that threaten our very existence. Social unrest, political turmoil, the signs are all around us. The old ways of thinking, the systems that have governed us for so long, are no longer serving us. They have led us down a path of separation, of greed, of disharmony with ourselves and the planet. We have forgotten our interconnectedness, our shared humanity. We have become consumed by the material world, neglecting the spiritual longings of our souls. The consequences of this disconnect are all around us. But within this crisis lies an opportunity to reevaluate, to realign, to remember who we truly are. We are not just physical beings driven by material desires. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Deep within each of us resides a longing for something more, a yearning for purpose, for connection, for a truth that transcends the limitations of our everyday lives. This longing is the whisper of our soul, calling us to awaken to our true nature. It is the driving force behind our search for meaning, for a sense of belonging, for a return to wholeness. This search has taken countless forms throughout history. We find it in the ancient wisdom traditions, in the teachings of mystics and sages, in the practices of spiritual seekers across cultures and continents. It is a universal quest, a journey of self-discovery that leads us back to the source of our being, to the realization that we are not separate from the divine, but rather part of a vast and interconnected web of life. In the heart of India, a luminous figure emerged. His teachings ignited a global spiritual revolution. This was Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Golden Avatar. His arrival fulfilled ancient prophecies. His radiant appearance signified a new era. Considered a divine incarnation, he aimed to reawaken love for God. His teachings, rooted in Bhakti Yoga, were simple yet profound. Centuries before Lord Chaitanya's birth, ancient seers and sages had foreseen his advent. The scriptures, whispered through generations, spoke of a golden-hued avatar who would usher in a new era of spiritual awakening. The Chaitanya Upanishad, a sacred text, explicitly prophesied his arrival, describing his appearance, his mission, and the transformative power of his teachings. This prophecy, etched in the annals of spiritual history, became a beacon of hope for seekers longing for self-realization. Lord Chaitanya's birth in the year 1486 in the holy town of Mayapur, Bengal, was not merely a historical event. It was a cosmic phenomenon, a divine orchestration that sent ripples of spiritual energy throughout the universe. From a young age, it became clear that this was no ordinary child. His life was marked by extraordinary events, miracles that testified to his divine nature and foreshadowed the impact he would have on the world. As the golden age of Lord Chaitanya's teachings began to unfold, a new chapter was destined to rise, carried forward by a remarkable figure. Enter His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, also known as the Senapati Bhakta, or the Commander-in-Chief, a title steeped in prophecy and purpose. Born in 1896 in Kolkata, India, Srila Prabhupada embarked on a spiritual quest that would eventually change the spiritual landscape of the entire world. Guided by his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, Srila Prabhupada was entrusted with a monumental mission to spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to the English-speaking world. This directive was no ordinary instruction. It was a fulfillment of the Chaitanya Mangala prophecy, which foretold the rise of a great devotee who would carry the holy name around the world. In 1965, Srila Prabhupada set sail for America aboard the cargo ship Jaladuta, facing numerous hardships and uncertainties, even a heart attack, which almost took his life. Yet his unwavering faith and determination led to the establishment of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or ISKCON. Under his visionary leadership, ISKCON rapidly expanded, creating a worldwide network of temples, communities, and educational institutions dedicated to the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada's tireless efforts included translating and commenting on key Vedic texts, making these ancient scriptures accessible to a modern audience. His works, over 70 volumes of books, including the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and the Srimad Bhagavatam, have inspired millions, providing a spiritual foundation for seekers worldwide. Srila Prabhupada said himself that for 10,000 years, these books will guide the world. Today, ISKCON continues to thrive, perpetuating Srila Prabhupada's legacy and spreading the chanting of the holy names. Devotees and scholars alike testify to the profound impact of Srila Prabhupada's mission, emphasizing how his contributions have enriched their lives and deepened their spiritual understanding. As we reflect on Srila Prabhupada's monumental achievements, we see the continuity of Lord Chaitanya's divine mission, seamlessly woven through the tapestry of time. The ancient prophecies have found their modern fulfillment, bridging the past and present, and offering a beacon of hope for future generations. Lord Chaitanya's teachings were like a tidal wave of love, sweeping across India and beyond. He challenged the rigid rituals and empty practices that had come to dominate religion, emphasizing the importance of a direct and personal relationship with the divine. He taught that the path to enlightenment lay not in austere penance or intellectual pursuits, but in the simple act of chanting the holy names of God. This practice, he proclaimed, was the prescription to achieve self-realization in the present age of Kali Yuga. His message resonated deeply with the masses. People from all walks of life, drawn by the transformative power of his teachings, flocked to hear him speak. Thus began a spiritual movement unlike any other. Lord Chaitanya's followers, inspired by his example and empowered by the chanting of the holy names, dedicated their lives to spreading his message of love and devotion far and wide. The power of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti encompasses love, devotion, surrender, and service to the divine. It's a transformative practice that purifies the heart and awakens the soul. Chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra embodies divine energy. This mantra connects with the divine, transcending material limitations. Lord Chaitanya's Bhakti Yoga revolutionized India's spiritual landscape. A legacy of love. Lord Chaitanya's influence extended far beyond his lifetime. His teachings, carried by his dedicated followers, spread like wildfire throughout India and eventually reached distant shores, igniting a global spiritual awakening that continues to this day. His legacy is one of love, compassion, and inclusivity. He taught that the path to enlightenment was open to all, regardless of their past karma or social standing. He emphasized the importance of cultivating a loving and compassionate heart, seeing the divine spark within every living being. Today, Lord Chaitanya's teachings continue to inspire millions around the world. His message of love, devotion, and the transformative power of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has resonated with people from all walks of life, offering solace, purpose, and a deep connection to the divine. His life and teachings serve as a reminder that the path to spiritual awakening is found in the depths of our own hearts, in the pure and unconditional love that connects us all to the source of our being. Whispers of a golden age. For centuries, a whisper echoed through time, inscribed in sacred texts. It spoke of a golden age, a world bathed in divine love, a living prophecy passed down through generations. An avatar, cloaked in purest gold, would appear, a beacon in the darkness, rekindling the flame of love, a promise that light would prevail in dark times. The Chaitanya Upanishad, a revelation unveiled. Among the many sacred texts that hinted at the golden avatar's arrival, the Chaitanya Upanishad stood apart. Here, the prophecy wasn't veiled in symbolism or shrouded in metaphor. It was a clear, unambiguous proclamation. This Upanishad, a text revered for its spiritual depth and insight, explicitly described the golden avatar's appearance, his mission, and the transformative power of his teachings. It detailed his golden complexion, his melodious voice, and his unparalleled ability to awaken love within the hearts of all who crossed his path. It spoke of how he would inaugurate the spiritual revolution, not through force or coercion, but through the irresistible power of love and devotion. He would teach the path of Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of the heart, allowing souls to directly experience the divine through the chanting of the holy names. The Chaitanya Upanishad became a source of solace and inspiration for spiritual seekers. It served as a reminder that even as the world spiraled into darkness, a light was destined to pierce the shadows and illuminate the path towards self-realization. A world on the brink. As we transitioned from the previous age into Kali Yuga after the advent of Lord Krishna 5,000 years ago, the world drifted further from its spiritual moorings. The age of Kali Yuga descended upon humanity, casting a long shadow across the land. This was an era where darkness reigned, where greed, envy, lust, and anger poisoned the hearts of men. Materialism took root, choking the seeds of spiritual aspiration. People chased fleeting pleasures, seeking solace in temporary distractions, their souls yearning for the nourishment they had forgotten how to receive. Ancient wisdom was forgotten, replaced by empty rituals and a pursuit of power, devoid of true purpose. The world, teetering on the precipice of chaos, seemed to have lost its way. Yet, even in the darkest of times, the prophecy of the Golden Avatar offered a glimmer of hope. The faithful clung to the promise, their hearts whispering prayers for his arrival, for the dawn of a new era. The signs of Kali Yuga. The ancient scriptures painted a vivid picture of Kali Yuga, describing it as an age where spirituality would be overshadowed by materialism, where truth would be obscured by deception, and where love would be eclipsed by fear and discord. Lifespans would shorten, diseases would multiply, and natural disasters would plague the earth. Dishonesty would become the norm, families would fracture, and spiritual values would be cast aside. The scriptures warned that in Kali Yuga, the human mind would become restless and agitated, easily swayed by fleeting desires and prone to delusion. It would be an era of instant gratification, where patience and perseverance would be replaced by a constant craving for novelty and fleeting pleasures. The spiritual practices that had once sustained humanity would be forgotten or dismissed as outdated superstitions. People would lose sight of their true nature, their connection to the divine, and their capacity for love and compassion. A beacon in the darkness. The prophecy of the Golden Avatar remained a beacon of hope. He would appear when the world needed him most, offering a path to redemption, reminding humanity of its true nature and capacity for love, a living embodiment of the divine spark within every heart. The prophecy fulfilled. In the year 1486, in the holy town of Mayapur, Bengal, the prophecy was fulfilled. A child was born, his skin radiating a golden glow, his eyes sparkling with divine wisdom. His name was Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he would come to be known throughout the world as Lord Chaitanya, the Golden Avatar. From a young age, Lord Chaitanya displayed extraordinary qualities. His intelligence was unparalleled, his grasp of the scriptures astounding, and his compassion boundless. But it was his unwavering love for God, his ecstatic devotion that captivated all who met him. He was a magnetic force, drawing people from all walks of life into his orbit. Scholars, poets, musicians, merchants, and even those ostracized by society flocked to hear his teachings. mesmerized by his divine presence. Lord Chaitanya's arrival was not a quiet affair. It was a cosmic celebration, a symphony of divine energy that reverberated throughout the universe. The Golden Avatar had returned, as promised, to bathe the world in the radiant light of love and devotion. A universal message. Lord Chaitanya's message transcended culture, religion, and time. He taught that spiritual liberation lay in awakening pure love for God. Chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purifies the heart and awakens the soul. He welcomed all castes, creeds, and backgrounds into his movement. His message was a universal call to awaken to our true spiritual nature. To comprehend the significance of Lord Chaitanya's appearance, we must first journey back through the annals of time, to a period when humanity lived in harmony with the cosmos, to an era known as Satya Yuga, the Golden Age. Imagine a time when righteousness prevailed, when human lifespan stretched for thousands of years and spiritual purity illuminated the earth. This was Satya Yuga, the first and most luminous of the 4 yugas, or epochs, that comprise a cycle within Vedic cosmology. According to these ancient teachings, time is not linear, but cyclical, flowing in vast epochs, each marked by a distinct spiritual quality. Like the waxing and waning of the moon, each yuga represents a stage in the cyclical rise and fall of righteousness, or dharma. Each yuga is said to be a quarter of the length of the previous one, reflecting the diminishing spiritual potency of each age. While Satya Yuga spanned an unfathomable 1,728,000 years, Kali Yuga, the shortest and darkest of the yugas, endures for a mere 432,000 years. This descent into Kali Yuga is not a random event, but a natural consequence of humanity's gradual forgetfulness of its divine source. As the yugas progress, the veils of illusion thicken, and humanity becomes increasingly entangled in the material world. The scriptures describe this decline as a slow but steady erosion of moral values, a weakening of the connection between the soul and the divine. Material desires eclipse spiritual aspirations, and the pursuit of power, wealth, and sensory pleasure becomes the driving force of human existence. Kali Yuga, named after Kali, the personification of discord and strife, is often described as the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. It is an era where truth is obscured by deception, where righteousness is compromised for personal gain, and where the pursuit of spiritual knowledge is replaced by blind faith or outright skepticism. In this age, the scriptures warn, people will prioritize material possessions over spiritual growth, valuing instant gratification over long-term fulfillment. Relationships will become shallow and fleeting, based on convenience and self-interest, rather than genuine love and compassion. The environment too suffers in Kali Yuga. Natural resources are exploited for short-term gain, leading to widespread pollution, deforestation, and the extinction of countless species. Lost connections. The challenges of Kali Yuga are not merely external. wars, famines, natural disasters, but also internal. It is an age marked by a profound disconnect. A disconnect from our true nature as spiritual beings, a disconnect from the divine source, and a disconnect from each other. In the relentless pursuit of material success, we have lost sight of the things that truly matter: love, compassion, empathy, gratitude, and a sense of purpose that transcends the material realm. This disconnect breeds isolation, anxiety, and a pervasive sense of emptiness. We have become fragmented, our attention constantly pulled in countless directions by the relentless demands of modern life. A time of turmoil. It is no coincidence that we find ourselves living in a time of unprecedented worldwide turmoil. The characteristics of Kali Yuga, so vividly described in the ancient scriptures, are readily apparent in the world around us. We are bombarded with news of conflict, both within and between nations. Political polarization, social unrest, and economic inequality have become the norm. The very foundations of society seem to be crumbling, leaving many feeling lost, afraid and uncertain about the future. The COVID-19 pandemic, a world crisis unlike anything witnessed in modern times, has exposed the corruption and fragility of our interconnected world, while amplifying existing inequalities. Seeds of awakening. Yet, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, a glimmer of hope persists. As the saying goes, it is always darkest before the dawn. The very challenges we face, as daunting as they may seem, are serving as catalysts for profound personal and collective transformation. The turmoil of Kali Yuga is, in a sense, a wake-up call, a cosmic invitation to remember who we truly are and why we are here. It is an opportunity to shed old patterns, to break free from the illusions that bind us, and to step into our full potential as spiritual beings, having a human experience. Across the world, people are awakening to the interconnectedness of all life. They are questioning the values of consumerism and materialism, seeking deeper meaning and purpose. There is a growing awareness of the need for spiritual solutions to the world's problems, a recognition that true and lasting change must come from within. The light of Kali Yuga. While Kali Yuga is often portrayed as a time of darkness, the ancient scriptures also reveal a paradoxical truth. It is the age where spiritual progress can be swiftest. Just as a single lamp can illuminate the darkest room, a spark of sincere devotion can ignite a powerful transformation in the heart. Lord Chaitanya appeared in the heart of Kali Yuga to offer a path to liberation that was uniquely suited to the challenges and opportunities of this age. He taught that the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra was the most effective spiritual practice for this era, a practice that could purify the heart, elevate consciousness, and awaken the dormant love for God within every soul. He emphasized that in Kali Yuga, external rituals and intellectual knowledge were not enough. A universal sound vibration. At the heart of Lord Chaitanya's teachings lies a potent practice, a spiritual technology as ancient as time itself, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This mantra, a precise sequence of Sanskrit sounds, is not merely a prayer or an affirmation, but a vibrational formula designed to connect us with the divine energy that pervades the universe. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is composed of three names of God: Hare, Krishna, and Rama. These names, imbued with spiritual potency, are believed to contain within them the very essence of the divine. By chanting these names, we invoke their transformative power, inviting their energy into our lives. The mantra is often chanted on beads called japa mala, which helps focus the mind and regulate the breath, creating a meditative state conducive to spiritual experience. As the beads glide through the fingers, the mantra becomes a rhythmic heartbeat, a constant reminder of our connection to the divine. The science of sound. Ancient wisdom traditions have long understood the profound impact of sound on human consciousness. From the resonant chants of Gregorian monks to the rhythmic drumming of indigenous cultures, sound has been used for millennia to induce altered states of consciousness, promote healing, and connect with the sacred. Modern science is now beginning to catch up with these ancient insights. Researchers are discovering that sound vibrations can have a profound impact on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that certain frequencies can reduce stress, alleviate pain, boost the immune system, and even alter brainwave patterns. The chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, with its specific combination of sounds and rhythms, is believed to create a harmonious resonance within the body-mind system, promoting balance, clarity, and a sense of inner peace. Breaking the chains of karma. According to the law of karma, every action creates a reaction, and these actions and reactions create a cycle of birth and death that binds the soul to the material world. The chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is said to have the power to break these karmic chains, liberating the soul from the cycle of suffering. How does this work? The mantra, when chanted with sincerity and devotion, purifies the consciousness, gradually dissolving the negative karmic imprints that cloud our perception and keep us trapped in patterns of negativity and suffering. As we chant, we cleanse the mirror of our minds, allowing the light of our true nature to shine through. This purification process is not always easy or comfortable. The mantra may bring to the surface deeply buried emotions, past traumas, and limiting beliefs that we have been carrying for lifetimes. Transformation through repetition. The power of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra lies not only in the words themselves, but also in the repetition. Just as a single drop of water can eventually erode a stone, the consistent chanting of the mantra gradually chips away at the layers of conditioning and illusion that obscure our true nature. Through repetition, the mantra becomes embedded in the subconscious mind, transforming our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions from within. It is like planting a seed in the fertile ground of our consciousness. With each repetition, the seed is nourished, taking root and eventually blossoming into the full expression of our spiritual potential. The transformative effects of mantra meditation may not be immediately apparent. It is a gradual process, a journey of self-discovery that unfolds over time. Awakening the heart, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, is not merely a mental practice. It is a path of the heart. It is through the heart, the seat of love and compassion, that we connect most deeply with the divine. The mantra, when chanted with sincerity and devotion, opens the heart chakra, allowing love to flow freely through our being. As the heart opens, we become more receptive to the beauty and wonder that surround us. We experience greater empathy and compassion for ourselves and others. We begin to see the world through the lens of love, recognizing the divine spark that resides within every living being. The chanting of the mantra helps us to cultivate the qualities of humility, gratitude, and forgiveness. The beauty of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It is a practice that anyone can embrace, regardless of their age, background, or spiritual beliefs. It requires no special equipment or expensive retreats. All that is needed is a sincere desire to connect with the divine, a willingness to open the heart, and the discipline to incorporate the practice into our daily lives. We can chant at home in nature, while commuting, or even silently in the midst of our busy day. The mantra is a gift, a tool for transformation that has been passed down through generations. It is a universal invitation to awaken to our true nature, to experience the boundless love and joy that reside within us all. We stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in the grand tapestry of time. The world as we know it cries out for healing, for understanding, for a reawakening to the truth that lies dormant within us all. The ancient prophecies, whispered through generations, are no longer distant echoes. They are living, breathing pronouncements, revealing themselves in the very fabric of our lives. The time for complacency, for apathy, is over. Lord Chaitanya's message, a beacon of hope in the heart of Kali Yuga, calls to us now more urgently than ever before. It reminds us that even amidst the chaos and uncertainty, the path to self-realization is open to us all. Embracing Lord Chaitanya's teachings is not about blind faith or rigid dogma. It is an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, a pilgrimage into the depths of our own hearts. It is a journey of peeling back the layers of conditioning, of questioning our assumptions, and of rediscovering the innate wisdom and love that reside within us all. It is a journey that requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is our compass, guiding us through the twists and turns of this inner landscape. It is a practice that allows us to connect with the divine spark within, to experience the transformative power of love, and to step into our full potential as spiritual beings having a human experience. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It will challenge us, push us to our limits, and force us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. But it is in these moments of vulnerability, of surrender, that we experience the greatest growth and transformation. The world is waiting for us to awaken. It awaits the ripple effect of our individual transformations, the collective shift in consciousness that occurs when hearts open, minds expand, and souls remember their true nature. As we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, as we embody the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, we become agents of change, beacons of light in a world hungry for compassion, for understanding, for a glimpse of the divine. This is not a time for despair. It is a time for action, for courage, for unwavering faith in the power of love to heal, to unite, and to transform. It is a time to embrace the awakening. Let the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra be your constant companion, your guide, your source of strength and inspiration. Chant with sincerity, with devotion, with the knowledge that you are participating in a sacred act, a cosmic dance of love that has the power to change the world. The time is now.